Welcome to the Positive Productivity Podcast, episode 325. The Positive Productivity Podcast was created to empower entrepreneurs to achieve and appreciate personal and professional success. I'm your host, Kim Sutton, and if you're ready, let's jump into today's episode. You know that expression that goes, "Don't count your chickens before they hatch"? Well, today I want to challenge it. No, I'm not saying that we should always be planning our expenditures and pre-spending any money based on our dreams, but without those dreams, why do we bother even going on? Personally, I love to imagine best case scenarios. And I learned from Todd Herman's program, the 90-Day Year, that we should have a good, better, best plan worked out in our head. So where's the harm in figuring out what we will get when, not if, but when we reach our good, better, and best goals? Now, I have to admit, in the past, I have been overly hopeful, and I know that might be hard to believe that I'm saying appointment, considering this is the Positive Productivity Podcast, but I have been overly hopeful on the expectations of my product launches and on my service offerings, and my plans didn't always go as expected. I think this has happened to every entrepreneur, and let's just be real, it's happened to every single person. There are weeks when I feel like every single appointment or task that I have laid out is set to the sidelines because, well, life gets in the way. I have sick kids or I get sick myself. The power goes out or any other number of things happen. But without my dreams, I don't even bother trying to get back on track. The reason I say trying to get back on track is because life is full of detours. Just because I had set a path initially doesn't mean I'm going to go back to it. And chances are the detours that led me astray are creating something even more awesome. So I'm going to continue dreaming big. I'm going to continue counting my chickens before they hatch, but I'm not going to spend the money before it's in my bank. Listeners, if you haven't listened to episode number 1, which I got to admit is a little bit rough because I recorded it in my car, I want you to go back and listen to it. In that episode, I share about my first business, which was an e-commerce business. While I was running that business, I charged nearly $100,000 worth of inventory to my credit cards because I believed that if I bought all that inventory, that my business would blow up. But this is just the type of don't count your chickens before you hatch scenario that I don't want you to do. Don't go into major debt counting on something to happen. Don't charge money before you have it in the bank. Because when things don't go as planned, and they often don't, sometimes they don't go as good, and sometimes they go far beyond our wildest expectations, you don't want to be stuck trying to figure out how you're going to pay the real life bills, like your rent or your mortgage, your utilities, or even food. Keep on dreaming, my friends. Keep counting the chickens before they hatch, but be smart while you are doing it. And with all that said, go forth and make it a positive and productive day. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Positive Productivity Podcast. When I'm not podcasting, I'm supporting 6 to 7 figure business coaches with their marketing automation and entrepreneurs like you through my coaching and mastermind programs. I want to invite you to visit thekimsutton.com to learn how I can help you take your business to the next level.